Hey, good evening. This is Francis, and excuse me, I get this sign sometimes that says that it doesn't hear me speaking, but it's like a false thing, and then it covers the screen and I can't see myself. So, anyways, it's February 14th, Valentine's Day, I guess, and I just got up. I had a long day yesterday. I had an early doctor's appointment at 9:45, and I got to the doctor's office at 9:15. But I had to catch a 8 o'clock bus out here to go downtown, and then to catch another bus that takes me to like close to the hospital where my doctor's office is. But anyway, and I had to wait over an hour in the office. I got there 30 minutes early, and they didn't even take me till like 45, 45 minutes, almost an hour after my appointment was supposed to start. There was a lot of people in there today, and so they were probably backed up, 45, almost an hour. So I don't want to go there in the morning anymore because I told them next time I want a 1 o'clock appointment because it basically takes me almost 2 hours to get there because you got to get there like an hour and a half early. No, you got to get there 30 minutes early, and then the buses only run at certain times. So, and I don't like getting up at 5 a.m. I usually stay up most of the night and maybe take a nap at 5 a.m. So getting a 1 o'clock appointment is better because that's like 3 hours later in the day. And when you don't have a car and you have to walk or take buses everywhere, it slows things down. I mean, it's only like 5 miles away. I could jump in a car and get there in like 10 or 15 minutes. But when you have to take buses, it takes an hour and a half to get there. So your life a lot of and then it took an hour and a half to take buses back in the afternoon. However, after my appointment, I went to lunch and I had a really good report from the doctor, and I'll share that later. But so I was happy. So I had to walk about, geez, it was at least half a mile up King Street, and I go to this place called Carmen's Pie House, and they have really, really good Italian food there, folks. I mean, all it's like homemade and very big portions. They have these huge plates, and there was a couple guys sitting next to me in a booth, and they both ordered the same thing. It was called the Carmen's, some kind of special Carmen's salad thing or something. Oh my God! Well, I don't eat salad. I mean, but I might try that salad. It had a lot of good things on it, like that I like. And but I ordered my Barbarossa. I think that's what they call it. Stromboli. It's like Philly beef steak, mushrooms, green peppers, onions. There's a garlic sauce in there, and it is like And then they give you a little tub of like spaghetti sauce to dip. So you get like a knife and a steak knife and a fork, and you got to cut this thing because it's like a baked. Everything is baked. It's like a baked sub, and everything is inside. So you just cut it crosswise, and you get little segments out, and you dip it. You cut it up in bite-sized pieces, and then you dip it in the tomato sauce, and it's so good. So I was why you have to wait 20 minutes because they have to bake it. They make it fresh every time. And it's like $8 plus, whatever, $8 plus meal tax, and then so had to wash it down. I washed it down with a few pints of Miller Lite. And the Miller Lite was delicious, folks. I mean, they must have been a fresh keg, and it headed up a little bit on top, but it was so delicious and sweet. I love beer. And anyways, so this family comes in, and there's this lady. She's like she's about, oh, she looked younger than me, okay, but so I listened to what they are. She orders a diet soda, you know. It took wild stallions to hold me back from commenting to her about, you shouldn't be drinking diet soda. You'd be better off drinking beer. But there was a couple kids there, and I didn't want to embarrass the lady in front of her. And it would have been kind of inappropriate. Francis has learned to exercise some wisdom about when he says things. Ain't gonna change my opinion, but I heard a radio show a couple nights ago on Coast to Coast. They had this doctor on there. He's got a couple books out about 10 worst things to eat or drink in our society and some other things. And anyways, he explained what happened. One of the worst things you can eat is that artificial sweetener, aspartame. Okay, when that goes in your body, it breaks down into some chemicals that have are very bad and toxic to your brain. And people, there's so many things in the food they're selling us in the store. You have to be very careful what you buy. Because you know what, it might not kill you immediately, but over like 10, 20, several decades, it's going to kill you. People are dying of cancer and all these things. In other countries, a lot of these things are unheard of, or at least the frequency isn't as much as here. Anyway, and I hope you listen to me, okay, folks? Because now we're going to get to the real reason I made this video, okay? So a week ago, I went to, I think I already explained this a week ago, but I went and had echocardiogram. It's a sonogram of your heart. They put the probe up against your chest. And they do this with women when they're pregnant, and they do an ultrasound to see the baby inside, okay? And they can see the baby inside the woman's belly, womb. And well, that's the same principle. It's the same instrument probably. And you can see the heart and the valves are going and everything. And then I saw the woman, she kind of like drew a line all the way around the chamber. And, and then they analyze these things. They have a doctor that looks at it, okay? So my doctor comes in into me, and I was waiting, and he said my heart fraction went up, okay? Last April, when it was tested, April 12th or 13th, so that was approximately 10 months ago, I had 45% heart fraction. That's below normal. Normal's 50 to 70, okay? That's most normal people have. And so, anyway, I had 45. And that was an improvement because like 4.5 years ago, or it'd be 5 years ago this coming June ahead of us here in 4 months, it'll be 5 years ago. They did this test in the hospital when I got my pacemaker, okay? And my heart fraction back then was 15 to 20%. That means when your heart's at rest, okay, it kind of relaxes and the blood flows in, okay? It's like a positive displacement pump. And then when the heart beats, it squeezes and it forces the blood one direction, through your arteries, okay? And then when the heart relaxes, blood comes in the suction, okay? It's like a pump. The blood goes in the suction, when the muscle opens up and more blood comes in, and then you beat, and it forces the blood out the other way, okay? So you constantly, every time your heart beats, some blood comes in the suction, and then when your heart beats, it squeezes the blood and it goes out the other way. Very simple, okay? Well, heart fraction is the percentage of the blood that's in your heart chambers when it's at rest, okay, total. And when your heart squeezes, it forces a percentage of the blood out, okay? Your heart, the chamber in there holds so much blood, but when it squeezes, it can't squeeze all the blood out, okay? Olympic athletes and people that have perfect health, you know, you can't squeeze 100%. They get like 70. Okay, so like the Olympics are on right now. Most of those people that are competing and in shape, they're probably heart fraction is right up at the top. They're in tip-top health and condition. And so anyways, 10 months have gone by since last year. So they did this echocardiogram on me again. And the doctor said 52%. So, you know, and these are, you know, close estimates. But anyways, so my heart fraction went up like 7% since 10 months ago, okay? And that, and you know, I do feel better, you know. I mean, I have arthritis and I'm 300 pounds and I'm pushing the cart, but I am pushing my laundry cart instead of riding the bike down. You know, I am walking more and I feel more enabled to do things. And, you know, so it's been a long time. But, you know, the last 2 years, I was going downhill, you know, and I wasn't getting much better. And then 2 years ago, I got off dairy. I stopped eating meat. I went to a vegan diet for a while. I lost about 20 or 30 pounds. And then made some more changes. And for several years, I've been taking like turmeric and black pepper. Those are two really good spices because it improves your heart health and brain health. In fact, turmeric, I found out recently, is one of the best spices you can eat to regulate your blood sugar. And my blood sugars are down like in the 120s. And when I wake up in the morning and I haven't eaten anything before I have my coffee, and I put stevia in here, 0 calories. So when I drink coffee, it doesn't elevate my blood sugar. But anyways, excuse me. This turmeric, it's called turmeric or turmeric. It's like a yellow powder. I get the organic, and it comes in like 2.5 ounce little bottle of turmeric, and that lasts me a month. Okay. Now I use a lot of turmeric. Okay. Every day when I cook soup, I shake in like, you know, I cover the whole surface of the water with like this yellow powder. Then I put some black pepper in there as much as I can stand. I don't like black pepper, but the turmeric works synergistically with black pepper. So I used turmeric just alone for over a year. And then I found out that it really works a lot better if there's black pepper. You get the maximum benefit. So I've been putting black pepper in with my turmeric. And I use some other spices too that are healthy, you know. Like I use ground garlic powder, onion powder. I do use the regular vegetables too. I'll chop up half an onion and I'll put in a teaspoon of organic minced garlic. And sometimes I buy the garlic fresh and chop it up and myself, but sometimes it comes in a little jar and you just put a teaspoon in it and I cook. So I always cook with all these things. So my heart has improved, you know. And the doctor was very happy with the results, and I lost another like, well, I was all bundled up with clothes, so I was probably like pushing, and their scale ain't like exact as Reed's as mine, but basically since my last visit there 6 months ago, I lost about 20 pounds. Okay, so I'm doing good, and my blood pressure was 146 over 86. Well, it's a little high on the top end, and you know, but it has been down as low as 70 or 80 on the diastolic, the lower number, the second number. So, anyways, but you know, I weigh 300 pounds, so like my heart has to pump a little harder, like to get the blood to circulate through 300 pounds of Fran-Sez, right? And if I just continue losing weight, the blood pressure should go down. But basically, I'm doing pretty good. Now, the doctor said, see, I have this chip in here and it records things. And they said right around Thanksgiving time, 3 months ago, they said I had an event. It had anything to do with the pacemaker. They said it was some kind of arrhythmia, and that they said that the top part of your heart, the atriums, it went into like real rapid beating, like a couple hundred beats a minute. But it didn't affect the ventricles. The ventricles actually are the major parts of your heart that actually do most of this, pumping the fluid, the bloodstream. And so I don't know. This is just something. He said this just happened once, and he started talking about maybe putting me on blood thinners or something. But he says he wasn't going to do that. Maybe they'll check, And I got a box now. I got a device I can hook up, and like I'm supposed to do it like in May 13th, a month from now. 3 months from now, and then it checks my heart pacemaker thing, and then it's wireless and it sends a signal to the hospital. So that's what I'm doing. My next appointment with a cardiologist is in 6 months, August, middle of August. So anyway, so that's about all I have to say. Ooh, wow, 16 minutes. So anyways, Fran-Sez's heart is in better shape. So over the last year or two, because of my dietary changes and the things I eat and stuff, my heart has improved. I'm almost like normal, I guess. So, for my age and weight, I'm doing pretty good. So I'm going to be 61 April 19th. That's in 2 months. In 2 months, I'll be 61. So I've been fighting this heart failure thing for over 5 years. Okay, and so it's nice to know that you can improve your health by making changes, even in your late 50s. Okay, so it's just a matter, and I tell you folks, it's just a matter of what you eat and drink, okay? So get off the diet soda, all the things that have chemicals and preservatives. Stop eating that stuff, okay? And yes, maybe the organic stuff costs more money at the store, but it's more nutritious. You don't have to eat as much. And if you eat food that doesn't have all these chemicals and things in them, you're going to lose weight because you're not stuffing your face with all these toxins from the environment that causes you to get fat and stay fat, okay? So the best thing you can do to lose weight and improve your health is to eat the right foods, okay? And that's what I do, okay? And, and if it causes you to cut down some calories, then that's it. But I celebrated today. I went and had that Stromboli with a few beers. Then I went and had another pitcher of beer. It took me 3 hours to drink a pitcher of beer at Park Place Lounge, but I was there and talked to my bartender friend. Told him about phony Fran-Sez on Twitter. Yeah, some bonehead took my YouTube and Facebook channel name, and they started a Twitter account, and it's not me. And they're pretending to be me, and everything he posts on his channel or page, Twitter page, isn't anything I said. So he hijacked a couple of my pitches and some videos, and one of them he all scrambled up. It used to be like, I looked at it, I checked it out. It was a 35-minute video I made called Who Am I? Okay, and he chopped it all up and made a 2-minute video, switching all the words that I said. He took everything I said in that video, wrote it down, and then he chopped the video up in different segments and then connected them. And as you watch the video, you can see it changes, okay? Like each segment, everything I say, I say this, then click, boop, then it goes to something else. Well, he connected it all up so that it didn't mean anything what I said. He did it to be funny, but then he totally misrepresented my original 35-minute video, okay, folks? So if somebody's out there, you know, having fun on my expense. And you know, hey, you know what? You want to be a comedian, and if I'm that popular in your eyes that you're going to waste all that time making funny clips about what Fran-Sez says, well, that's your business, okay? Just don't say I'm the Fran-Sez imposter, because that's bullshit. I'm the Fran-Sez. I started this channel and started posting videos a year ago in February 2012. Every video I posted on public has a URL number, and they're investigating you, pal. And when they find out that you just started this Twitter account and you don't have any rights to anything that you posted from my channel on YouTube, they're going to suspend you, and you're going to be a bye-bye, okay? Why don't you start your own channel and stop, like, you're just a bloodsucker, okay? You know what a bloodsucker is? He sucks the blood out. Well, that's what you're doing. You're using my name, my YouTube channel name, and trying to be funny and make all this stuff. Well, I don't appreciate it, okay? And you know, mung beans are good for you, but I don't eat them all the time, you know? I just bought some beef heart and boiled a pound of beef heart, and it's frozen, okay? And then when it boils, it unfreezes and all the strips come off. So I had like beef heart brat sandwiches with mustard, you know, beef heart and mustard on a slice of whole wheat bread. It's good. And there's no sodium nitrite in it. There's no preservatives. It's just, you know, fresh. Well, actually, it was frozen, but it's, you know, it's like, it's just meat. There's nothing in it. It's just beef heart, okay? And it's grass-fed beef heart. It's really good for you, okay? So I just celebrated, because I was so tired when I got home off the bus today at like 5:30. I just put the food in the refrigerator and I went and crashed in bed. And I just got up at like midnight. So basically I spent 6 hours in the sack after, like, because I was gone, you know. Yesterday was a long day for me. From the time I got up till the time I got home was like 12 or 13 hours. And I was actually out and about for 10 hours yesterday. That is a long day, okay? So anyways, wish everybody a happy Valentine's Day, and today's Friday the 14th, and it's like 12:34 a.m. Eastern Standard Time in Florida, where the real Fran-Sez lives. Anyway, gotta go. It's 23 minutes. Wow, this has been a long video. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. And I wear blue for my special friend down in Texas, Sandy Callie. And I know you like me in blue. But I'd rather be wearing coral or red or you know, yeah, corals and reds. I like that. I like those colors the best. But I can wear blue occasionally. This one's got a pocket here, you know. So, anyways, love you all, and have a good Valentine's Day. And don't forget to be real sweet and kiss your sweetie, whoever that is, and share love, because that's what we're here for, folks. We're here to love everybody. And I even love the person that's spoofing me on Twitter. I mean, the person that's doing that, maybe you should make an appointment with a psychologist. But I just want everybody to know that Fran-Sez is taking this with a lot of grace. It's almost like free advertising, you know. But just realize that what's being posted and said on that Twitter page did not come from me, okay? And he said, whoever's doing it said some things, racial things, that I don't appreciate. So as long as everybody realizes that this Fran-Sez Maginness, I was thinking about it. Hey, a lot of people have the same name, right? and he took that name as his Twitter page. Well, he has a right to do that. But just don't say you're me, okay? Because you ain't. You ain't got the wisdom and the understanding and love that I have, okay? You didn't live my life, pal, whoever you are, okay? You lack a lot of wisdom, okay? So that drops the magi out of the first part of the last name, doesn't it? Magi were wise men, right? Remember the Christmas story? Yeah. Well, you don't have very much magi in you, and you're not very nice. See, magi-ness, niceness. Okay. Love everybody, and have a good Valentine's Day. Be good.